Washington. House of Representatives Kevin McCarthy is shrinking time to find a compromise that will keep the federal government running and prevent costly closure. Republican conflicts between moderates and far-right prevented the House of Representatives from passing a short-term financing bill necessary to keep government open after September 30, when federal institutions were financed. The temporary financing measure proposed by Main Street Group and the House of Representatives Freedom Group members on Sunday includes an 8 cut in organizational budgets, excluding Ministry of Defense and Veterans Affairs. Far-right members quickly announced that they were against the measure and threatened to dismiss McCarthy as a speaker if their demands were not met. The bill will not apply when it reaches Senate under control of Democrats, who must also approve financing to keep government open. McCarthy said on Wednesday that he will keep the Assembly in session on Friday and Saturday while trying to find a solution. What you need to know about what will happen during the government's closure, and this time about the possible consequences of avoiding such a situation. What is the government's closure? Tourists pass by sign announcing that Statue of Liberty was closed due to closure of government in New York on October 1, 2013. AFP PHOTOEmmanuel Dunand Many federal government agencies are financed each year by a dozen allowance laws that must pass through Congress and be signed by President before the start of new fiscal year on October 1. A multi-purpose draft law. When the Congress does not comply with this deadline, the government will have to close in whole or in part, depending on which institution's annual funds are approved. Lawmakers often save themselves more time by passing a decision known as a continuous decision, which temporarily extends existing levels of financing to continue the functioning of institutions, while trying to agree on new spending. The Constitution says that the Ministry of Treasury cannot spend money without a law that allows it, under a law known as the Anti-Deficiencies Act. In the absence of funds authorized by Congress, institutions with certain exceptions must stop their activities. The law, which was first adopted in 1870 and has been updated several times since then, also prohibits the government from entering financial obligations without congressional approval. If there is no law that determines who gets the money, the Treasury cannot pay any money, said Matt Glassman, senior researcher at Georgetown University State Affairs Institute. If these annual bills expire, then there is no law that allocates money for certain functions. What happens during the government's closure and who is affected? Federal employees expressed disappointment in Houston on Tuesday, October 15, 2013, when Congress failed to end the federal government's closure. Marie D. via the Jesus Houston Chronicle. In the event of closure, the